Look at verse 3. I've underlined verse 3 because this is one of my favorite verses in the passage. If you ever wanted to know what eternal life is, it's right here, okay? Jesus says, this is eternal life, that they may know you, the only true God, and Jesus Christ whom you have sent. You know, we tend to take the simple things of God, and what do we do in our foolishness? We pervert them, we complicate them, we add to it. Salvation is a simple thing. Here Jesus tells us what eternal life is all about. It's about knowing the Father and His only Son whom He has sent. And you know, people, they'll say, oh, it's knowing Jesus, but you know, that's not really enough. You need to do this and you need to do that. And the big flag that should go off whenever you hear it is when someone says you have to. You have to go to church. And some people are so arrogant to go so far as to say, hey, you can't just go to any church, you have to go to our church. Because we're the only church that has it right, and you have to be baptized. And hey man, not just any baptism will do, you have to let us baptize you. And those offering boxes back there, you have to tithe, you have to give, you have to pray, you have to, listen, if you don't get anything else this morning, please get this. All those things are not bad, but they flow out of salvation. They're the response. When you emphasize those other things, that's getting the cart ahead of the horse. No, you know Christ, and as you get to know Him, you begin to want to be like Him. You want to hang out with other believers. You want to give and tithe and fast and serve and pray and all those other things. So here's what salvation is: to know the only true God and Jesus Christ whom He has sent. The word know in the Greek is gnosko. It means to know by personal experience. Let me see if I can illustrate this for you. How many of you voted this last week? Let me ask, who didn't vote? No, I'm not going to ask that. Who won the governor's race? Abbott, right? Just about everyone here knew that, right? You knew that Governor Greg Abbott won, what was it, a third term? You know that. You know who the governor of Texas is. But how many of you know him by personal experience that you can just pick up the phone and say, hey, Greg, how's it going? It's a big difference, right? And I say that because there are nearly 8 billion people on the planet, and the vast majority of people know something about Jesus, right? They know something about Jesus. But the question is, do you know Him personally? That's the real issue. Do you know Him? Does He know you? Jesus said in John chapter 10, my sheep know my voice. Listen, if you're not sure if you know Jesus personally, you can be sure. We have people, and they usually congregate right here to my right after the service. They'd love to listen to you and pray for you and make sure that you know